It Follows is a 2014 horror film that was written and directed by David Robert Mitchell. The movie follows the story of Jay, a young woman who is pursued by a supernatural entity that takes on different forms and relentlessly follows her wherever she goes. The film is a unique and unsettling take on the horror genre that uses a slow burn approach to build tension and create a sense of unease that is both disturbing and effective. The movie opens with a young woman named Annie being chased by an unseen force. She is ultimately killed, setting the stage for the rest of the movie. The entity that killed Annie is now following Jay, who discovers that she has been infected by the entity after a sexual encounter with a new boyfriend, Hugh. The concept of the entity is simple but effective. Once you have been infected, the entity will follow you until it catches you, and the only way to get rid of it is to pass it on to someone else through sexual intercourse. The idea of a supernatural entity that is constantly following you, and can take on different forms, is both terrifying and effective. The entity is often seen in the background of shots, slowly walking towards the characters, creating a sense of dread and anticipation. The film is also visually stunning, with beautiful cinematography that captures the sense of dread and unease that permeates the movie. The movie uses long takes and tracking shots to create a sense of claustrophobia and unease that is hard to shake off. The score is also haunting, with an eerie synth-driven soundtrack that perfectly captures the film's sense of unease. As the movie progresses, the tension builds to a fever pitch. Jay and her friends try to come up with ways to get rid of the entity, but it seems that no matter what they do, it keeps following them. The film's slow burn approach to horror is effective, as it allows the tension to build to a crescendo that is both satisfying and terrifying. The film also touches on themes of teenage sexuality, responsibility, and growing up. The entity's curse is transmitted through sex, and the characters must grapple with the consequences of their actions. The film also touches on the idea of growing up and facing the responsibilities of adulthood, as the characters must confront the reality of the entity and find a way to survive. The performances in the movie are also exceptional. Maika Monroe delivers a standout performance as Jay, conveying a sense of vulnerability and terror that is both convincing and compelling. The supporting cast, which includes Keir Gilchrist, Olivia Luccardi, and Lily Seep, all deliver strong performances as well. The movie also boasts impressive visual effects, particularly in the scenes where the entity takes on different forms. The film's practical effects are also well done, adding to the movie's overall sense of realism and authenticity. Overall, It Follows is a highly effective horror film that is both original and thought-provoking. Its use of sex as a plot device may not be for everyone, but for those who are willing to embrace the film's unique premise, it is a truly unforgettable experience. The film's slow burn approach to horror is effective, and the tension builds to a satisfying and terrifying climax. David Robert Mitchell has created a horror movie that is both stylish and unsettling, and one that will stick with you long after the credits roll. It Follows is a unique and haunting horror film that tells the story of a young woman named Jay who is plagued by a supernatural entity that is relentlessly pursuing her. The film uses a slow burn approach to build tension and create a sense of unease that is both unnerving and effective. The film's central premise is that Jay is being followed by a supernatural entity that takes on different forms and can only be seen by those who have been infected by it. Once you have been infected, the entity will follow you relentlessly until it catches you, and the only way to get rid of it is to pass it on to someone else through sexual intercourse. The film's use of sex as a central plot device is both unsettling and effective. The idea that Jay must pass on the entity to someone else in order to survive creates a sense of dread and desperation that is palpable throughout the film. This is heightened by the film's use of long takes and tracking shots, which create a sense of unease and anticipation that is hard to shake off. The film is also visually stunning, with beautiful cinematography and a haunting score that perfectly captures the film's sense of dread and unease. Director David Robert Mitchell has created a horror film that is both stylish and unsettling, and the film's ending is both satisfying and haunting. Overall, It Follows is a highly effective horror film that is both original and thought-provoking. Its use of sex as a plot device may not be for everyone, but for those who are willing to embrace the film's unique premise, it is a truly unforgettable experience. Read it fully and give me your valuable comments, and it helps me to filter more clearly as per readers' interest. Thanks for your interest in my services. If you found my responses helpful, please consider subscribing to my profile for more assistance. Your support would mean a lot and help me continue providing quality assistance. Thank you.